What to Know. What to Know is a program to raise awareness, to inform, and to educate immigrants and refugees so they can well integrate their host community. My name is Amavi Gamon. Today, we are discussing US citizenship. When you travel across the world, you will notice that America is the country where many people talk about citizenship, especially the immigrants. Why? What we need to know about US citizenship. Hold on to very tight. We're gonna take off very soon. Before we start, please remember to like, share, and subscribe. Today, I am with a wonderful lady. Her name is Nana Uro Agoro. She is CEO and president of Aquaba QC. Nana, why don't you tell us a little about what you do?
Oh yeah, thank you very much. So, like thank you for the introduction. So, I'm the president and CEO of Aquaba series, and Aquaba is a new non-for-profit that we have started almost 2 years ago. And the goal for Aquaba is to welcome immigrant refugees, asylum seekers, and migrants in the Kwasiri community and help them achieve or reach their full potential. Because we know that in new country like this, unless you really strive to integrate, you will always feel like outsider. And we don't want people to feel that way. We want to help people because of the language barrier, help them integrate, fully integrate in the core cities. And that's what we do. Thank you.
Thank you, thank you, thank you for all you do. Thank you for all Aquaba is doing.
Thank
And
you.
thank you for coming.
You're welcome.
um,
Mm,
so today we are talking about US citizenship.
mhm,
We know that citizenship is a status
mhm,
granted to someone
mhm,
born to US citizens, or a status granted to someone that successfully went through in the US naturalization process,
mhm.
right?
Yeah.
So talking about all this, can you tell us
Mhm.
um, the benefits of being a US citizen?
Yeah, thank you very much. There is always a benefit to become U.S. citizen. So, one of the benefits is the right to vote. So your voice counts. Very important, and that's one of the awareness we bring in the community that when you come here and you become lawful permanent resident, it's very important for you to pursue your citizenship because you will have freedom, you will have a voice, and that voice you can, use it by voting. So it's very important. And besides that, with citizenship, you should be able to, pursue your dream, applying from some jobs that are not given to any other person other than citizens.
Mm-hmm,
So it's very important. And the other thing also is for you to get public benefits.
mm-hmm,
So you are able to get some public benefits if you are a citizen, some of
mm-hmm.
social security benefit, some of the Medicaid and food stamp and all this stuff. So it's very important. That's one of the reasons we really encourage people to become US citizen.
Wow, that's wonderful.
Yes.
So that's why now I can understand why special immigrants they talk a lot about citizenship because
Mhm.
there are many benefits
Mhm.
out there.
Yeah,
Thank you so much.
you're welcome.
And I can also, I think also we have benefit as you can travel all around the world because US citizenship is a
Hmm.
strong, yeah,
Yeah.
when you have US passport, is a powerful
Hmm.
passport
Yes.
that any
Mhm.
you can go
Mhm.
around the world, travel
Yeah.
around the world without
Mhm.
having any visa problem.
Mm-mm. Yeah.
So
It is.
that's a great
Mhm.
benefit too.
Mhm. Give
Yeah.
you freedom.
Yeah. Thank you, Nana.
You're welcome.
So talking about this,
Mm.
who is eligible to be US citizen?
So that's very good question. So, you know, it doesn't matter how many years you have been living in the United States. If you are not lawful permanent resident, you cannot become U.S. citizen. So the path to become U.S. citizen start with your green card. So when we talk about lawful permanent resident, mean that you need to have your green card. That's the status you need to have first. So we have people come here. Some of them are undocumented. They can be living here for 20 years without being lawful permanent resident. They cannot apply for citizenship.
Mm.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So everything starts with green card.
Yes.
Okay, talking about green card.
Yeah.
So we are talking about US citizen, and then boom comes green card.
Yeah.
So can you tell me
Mm.
the difference between somebody holding a green card and somebody a US citizen?
Yeah.
What we just talking about the
Mm-hmm.
benefits.
Yeah.
I think this question might be like the first question, but it's a little bit different.
Yeah.
Okay, so what somebody that holding green card
Mm.
and somebody that is US citizen. So what's the difference? Everybody
So.
can work,
Mm-hmm.
everybody can do things,
Mm-hmm.
but what's the difference?
So I'm glad you asked this question. And there is a biggest difference that people really need to know is that someone who had green cards, when they travel outside of the United States, they cannot stay there more than 6 months.
Mm-hmm.
So if for some reason they stay more than 6 months, they need to make sure not to stay more than 1 year. They cannot stay more than 1 year. So how the way it works, right? First, the law said with your green card, you cannot be outside of the United States and stay more than 6 months. So you
Mm.
need to make sure you do everything to come back in the United States.
Mm-hmm.
So let's say that things happen. Maybe they travel abroad and their family member is sick.
Mm-hmm.
So sometimes, people go over 6 months,
Mm-hmm.
but it's not the law doesn't require, doesn't
Mm-hmm.
allow them. But if they have medical, a bill to show at the airport when they are coming back that this is the reason why, it took me so long to come back, then they can understand. But at least between 6 and 1 can be okay. Over 1 is considered that you have abandoned your residency here in the United States and you can be in trouble and they can take your green card away from you. But there's a big difference between a green card holder and a citizen, because someone who is citizen can go back to his country and stay there whenever he
Yeah.
wants and how long he wants and come back. So that's the greatest benefits.
Wow.
Yeah,
Yeah. So
that's the
we we
greatest.
we came back to the benefits again.
Yes.
So it's very important if you were in America as
Mhm.
immigrant, it's very important to have to be a citizen because there are great benefits out there.
Yeah.
So talking about
Mm,
the residency going, going
mm,
travel and stay there for
mm,
6 months
mm,
and so you mean like a
mm,
citizen they can go wherever they want, they can stay there 3 years, but if you are a green card holder, if you travel you
mm,
can stay there more than 6 months,
mm,
you need to come back,
mhm.
otherwise you will be in trouble.
Yeah.
So I just want to remind this
Mm,
to those who retired, those who are, yeah,
mm,
sometimes they don't have citizenship
mhm,
and they want to, go to,
mm,
like, they want to have their retirement in Africa, in whatever country, they want to spend their retirement there. So that's very important. After your retirement, you might go wherever you want to go, but if it's very important to be US citizen before you go.
mhm,
Otherwise, you're gonna need to come back after
mhm.
every 6 months.
Yeah, and I want to add this. The other thing they can do is apply for re-entry permit. So
Okay.
the re-entry permit can give them 1 year, 2 years. Then, they apply for it, they get approved before traveling. So they have that
Yeah.
option as well.
But I
But
think this one too has consequences because
mm,
sometimes it will push them back, if they
mm,
have to, for the citizenship, you said
mhm,
you need to live here for 5 years, right? Or three
mhm,
years, it
mhm,
depends.
yeah,
But if you apply for this, it will
mm,
push you longer to have your
Mm-hmm.
citizenship, right? I
Yeah.
think so.
So that one will be a relief for those who cannot apply. The language barrier
Right.
is preventing some people to apply. So we know these people, like, they know they cannot, kind of, yeah, they
Thank
can,
you, Nana.
yeah, you're
So,
welcome. Mm.
talking about this again,
Mm.
if somebody comes to United States, okay, when they can start um, thinking about citizenship or applying for citizenship?
That's very good question. So I tell people when they move in the United States, they need to start thinking about citizenship right away. Why? Because there are so many criteria that can prevent people of getting citizenship. Not only the language barrier, which is the biggest one, where they have to study the 100 question, they have to study the history of the civic of the United States, but also there is another thing we call good moral character that they
Yes.
need to be very careful.
Yes.
The good moral character, what's that mean? That means the way you behave here as green card holder.
Mm-hmm.
They take into consideration everything about you, how you are either driving or how you are conducting
Mm-hmm.
yourself. Let's put it that way. So it's better for them to start thinking if they want to get their citizenship, then they need to know that they need to be in certain way
Mm-hmm.
ready. Then in 5 years, nothing will stop them to get it.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so it's very important.
Okay. So I liked your I like how I really
Yeah.
like your answer because you said
Mhm.
if you just came to United
Mhm.
States, it's very good to start thinking about your citizenship.
Mhm.
Yeah, because if-
Mhm.
to have citizenship to be eligible, I think you really need to like speak basic English.
Mhm.
You need to write a little bit of English.
Mhm.
You need to know a little bit of America history.
Mhm.
You
Yeah.
need to know a little bit of America government.
Mhm.
So that's very good. That's very important what you said that beginning from
Day
when
one.
you need to work on
Mhm.
this so you won't have trouble at the end. And that's very important. You said you need to behave well
Mhm.
because if you as green card holder you go to jail, you been in trouble, you might not have
Mhm.
your US citizenship.
Mhm.
And we start with the benefits, right? And
Yeah.
some of the
Mhm.
benefits is that even you do something, you are US citizen, you do something
Mhm.
wrong, you're still gonna be in the country, but maybe they're gonna put you in jail or.
Yeah.
But if you are a green card holder
Mhm.
and you are in trouble, you might be
Mhm.
deported.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's true.
So
Yeah.
yeah. Thank you very
You're
much.
welcome.
So
Mhm.
talking about family petition
Mhm.
and beneficiary. Can you talk to us a little bit about this? Some people they will they this most of the time they think, oh, my son brought me to here, and does he need to
Mhm.
apply for citizenship for me, or
Mhm.
can I do it myself, or something? Can you talk to us
Mhm.
a little bit about this petition beneficiary or this?
Thank you very much.
Yeah.
So usually what happens is that, let's say that you want to petition for your mom and dad to come in the United States.
Yeah.
You have that right as citizen to petition. That's one of the benefits. We have some long benefits about becoming citizenship. The list is very exhaustive.
Right.
But so you petition for your parent to come as citizen. When they come here, they will get the green card. They will get the green card. So when they get the green card, now it's up to the parents now to be ready to apply for citizenship after 5 years. So usually
Mm,
we say 4 years and 9 months.
yeah.
So yeah. So yeah, it's up to them to apply for citizenship when the time comes. Yeah.
Yeah. So,
Mm,
how after
mm,
how long? After,
mm,
like, say this question,
mm,
don't don't take me wrong because
mm,
you're gonna say this is a like,
mm,
it's like vague.
yeah.
But like if we take marriage
Mm,
or parents or
mm,
for how long
mm.
you can apply for
Apply.
citizenship?
Okay, that's good question. So for someone who petitioned his parents to come in the United States, So the parents themselves have 4 years and 9 months to apply for citizenship if they are ready.
Mm-hmm.
And when we say they are ready, that means language, right?
Yeah.
So let's say a husband who is a US citizen want to petition for his wife to come here, and when the wife come here, depend on when the marriage happen. If it is more than 2 years, then the wife is going to get 10-year green card. If it is less than 2 years, then the wife is going to get conditional green card, which is 2 years. Which because they will want to see the immigration want to see if the marriage is bona fide, if the marriage is good, real, and usually a lot of things happen after 2 years. Then if the immigration found out, yeah, after 2 years, everything is fine, like then the person can renew for another 10 years. You know, but for someone who petition for his wife or spouse to come in the United States, they usually have 2 years and 9 months to apply for citizenship.
2 years
And
and
nine
nine
months,
months to
yeah,
apply
yeah,
for citizenship
yeah.
for somebody who brings their wife or their husband.
Mm-hmm.
But
Yeah.
for somebody who brings their parents,
Mm-hmm.
the parent has 5 years or four, they can apply beginning 4 years and
Yeah. 9 months.
five, nine, 9 months. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you. Thank you very, very much for sharing this with us.
You're welcome.
Um, so, uh, for talking about the parents,
Mm-hmm.
we all know that when you grow up, it's not very easy to
Mm-hmm.
learn,
Yeah.
So those who are a little bit like a
Mm-hmm.
grown adults, and it's not easy for them to speak the language. So
Mm-hmm.
how they can get the US citizen, since for this you need to learn English. Not that you need to be pro, but you need to know basic English. You need to write a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
And so, how these adult people
Mm-hmm.
can have U.S. citizenship?
Yeah, that's very good question. Most of the time, right, when people bring their parents here, and I have seen cases like that where they bring their parents, and after the parent been here like 5 years, they are like, okay, my mom is 60-year-old or 65, she can apply for citizenship. It doesn't work that way unless she can. She has basic knowledge in English and she can write a sentence, and she can study the 100 question. She's not ready. So the education I try to give to people is that, like this age, right? The law said that someone who is 50 at the time they want to apply, but they have been living here for 20 years. So
Mm-hmm,
it goes together.
mm-hmm,
Some people just take one and they are like, oh, no, she is 50 or 60, she is fine, she can apply. No, it goes together.
mm-hmm,
50 and 20,
mm-hmm,
55 and 15 years
mm-hmm.
of residency too. That
Right.
means they have to look on the green card, and the green card need to show that 15 years or 20 years.
Mm-hmm,
Yeah. And then, or they are 65, but they have been living here for 20 years.
mm-hmm,
Though they have 20 questions for civics and
mm-hmm.
history, and very easy for them to get it. So this is a big, point that people need to understand.
Thank you. Thank you, Nana.
You're
So,
welcome.
if you are if you are here and you are 50 years old, and you are green card holder for
Mm-hmm.
15 no, for
20 years.
20 years,
Mm-hmm.
yes, you can apply, and then you can do the test in your language
Yes.
by having an interpreter,
Mm-hmm.
right,
Yes.
that you're gonna bring yourself,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Yeah.
Or if you are 55
Mm-hmm.
years old
Mm-hmm.
and holding a green card holder um, for 15
Years.
years.
Mm-hmm.
So you can do the same thing.
Mm-hmm.
Or you will have a simplified test if
Mm-hmm.
you are 65 years old,
Mm-hmm.
living in United States for 20 years.
That's
In
correct.
this case, you will be asked, or you will learn only 20 questions,
Mm-hmm.
and then we'll do the test in your language with
Mm-hmm.
an interpreter, right?
Yes.
Okay, thank you very much.
You're welcome.
So talking about those
Mm-hmm.
interpretation and language, so do we have these questions, US uh, citizenship questions in another language?
Mm-hmm.
If yes, where can we find them at?
That's good question. So when you go to uscis.gov, on their website, you should be able to see they put it in so many languages, but not Iwe. Maybe one day Iwe,
One
but
day, yeah.
most well known English,
But we have French,
languages.
right?
Yeah, they have French and so many of them, Chinese and all these. Yeah,
Thank you, thank
yeah,
you. So
you're welcome.
what are the other resources,
Mhm.
the other citizenship
Mhm.
resources?
So usually, I tell people to go to YouTube and to help them, study. And Amazon also has CDs that they sell. Some people go there to get it. Yeah, that's those I know.
Thank you, thank you,
You're
Nana.
welcome.
For somebody watching us
Mhm.
right now, what
Mhm.
advice can you give them?
So how we said that is very important, like I said, when you come in new country like that, to always look to pursue the citizenship because of the freedom it give you. It's very important. Even if the language is a barrier, don't see it as a barrier. See it as an opportunity to thrive and get it. I have seen people in the past where they can't even read one sentence in English, but they thrive for so many years and they got the citizenship. So it's always good to always try and you will get it for your freedom. Thank you.
Thank you, Nana.
You're
If
welcome.
you come to a country, it's good to pursue the citizenship of that country
Mhm.
because there is a benefit
Benefit
and freedom
and
for it and
opportunity.
opportunities.
Yes.
Thank you.
You're
Thank you
welcome.
for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe. And remember to go to our channel to watch other videos on how to better integrate the America country. Thank you. See you next time.
See you.
Bye.
Bye.